just this number is showing that the students have started joining.
हो गया, गुड मॉर्निंग बोल दिया.
You can talk.
हेलो,
Presentation, but you can talk.
गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीबडी. सबको शुभ प्रभात. जो भी बीएड के लर्नर्स इस छठे दिन की इस सेशन में उपस्थित हैं, and welcome to all the students. They are present here in the 6-day session on the topic gender textbook analysis and gender perspective. Good morning everybody. सबको शुभ प्रभात. जो भी बीएड के लर्नर एट लिखा क्यों 6 था.
So देखने को कैमरा सेट. You can start. Next slide, you can use it.
Okay. Good morning, all the BEd learners who are participating actively in the second BEd workshop, started from 31st October, and it will be going on up to 11th November. And welcome, and again welcome to the 6-day first session on textbook analysis from gender perspectives, and the slides have been made with the title textbook analysis and gender perspective. And yeah, as you all, I'm hopeful that you all have gone through the student handbook given to you for the BEd program, and this is in the second workshop. The session, the focus, the objectives of the sessions are, see, before starting the objectives, actually, I would like to take your attention on the poem written by written by few school students, and it has been mentioned in the first page of the position paper on National Focus Group on Gender Issues in Education. The number is 3.2, and it has been developed by the NCERT Delhi. And the first line is like, in my textbooks, I learned that only men are kings and soldiers. Till I read a book in which famous queens ruled and fought against enemies. In my textbooks, I learned that only men are doctors. When I went to a doctor, I saw that she was a woman. In my textbook, I learned that only men do farming in my country, until on a train journey I saw women working in the field. This is the poem written by three children from Baroda, and they were in the schools. And this also show like what is given in our textbooks and what the children see in the reality, there is a difference and major difference. And now I'm coming to the objectives of the session. Today's session is to develop gender sensitization, and second is analysis of the curriculum on various dimensions of its organization. You may be confused that curriculum, like you are not having, as a teacher you are not seeing curriculum, but you have a syllabus or a textbook, and textbook is covering all the chapters given in the syllabus. Yeah, in a narrow sense, syllabus could be equated with the curriculum, and the chapters that are given in your textbooks of one subject could be a English, could be a Hindi, could be social studies or economics or history or science subjects or maths. Like, this is like how you are going to see the curriculum or the syllabus or the content covered in your textbooks from different dimensions and how they have been placed. And third is, you people have to do a activity that is post these sessions, because today there are two sessions on this topic, similar topic. And activity is you have to do in the after lunch session at your home, and or if you are attending your or you are present in your centers, then it is like you must have, I'm hopeful that you must be having access to uh, at least one textbook in the subject, school subject you are teaching. And you have to take and like critically evaluate that textbook and see uh, the gender presentation and the way the gender is presented in this books. See, now we are like seeing, because textbook analysis from gender perspective is the thing, like that is the focus. But I am starting with what is textbook analysis and what is gender perspectives. See, textbook analysis is nothing but a method or way or technique. It is used to assess or judge quality of a textbook. See, यदि आप लोग कई बुक एग्जीबिशन में जाते हैं या बुक्स खरीदने जाते हैं, काफ़ी बुक्स होती हैं, तो फिर आपको आप सारी बुक्स तो नहीं लेते हैं ना, आप कोई बुक सेलेक्ट करते हैं, तो आपको कुछ, मतलब हमारे वहाँ अनकॉन्शियस क्राइटेरियाज होते हैं जिसके ऊपर हम वो किताबें खरीदते हैं. एंड वी मे बी यूजिंग वन और all the criteria or maybe a selected criteria, but everybody is buying a book based on some objective. If it is a textbook and it is a prescribed textbook by my school, then I will go to select that book. And if I am going to buy some story book, there are certain criteria that I will keep in mind. Maybe many of you may be using them but may not be aware of those criteria or conscious of those criteria. And one more thing, the quality of effectiveness. See, when we say this book is very good, कैसे कहते हो कि आप ये बुक बड़ी अच्छी है? उसमें कुछ तो अच्छा होगा ना. आपको उसका कंटेंट अच्छा लगता है, उसमें जो मैटर दिया है वो अच्छा लगता है, आपको उसका स्ट्रक्चर, मतलब कैसे प्रेजेंट किया हुआ है चैप्टर्स को, कैसे विजुअलाइज, कैसे फोटोज उसमें लगाई हुई है, कैसे इंटरेस्टिंग एक्टिविटीज है, कैसे इंटरेक्शन उसमें दिया गया है, कैसे आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस पे वो कितना खरी उतर रही है, और उस पर लैंग्वेज कैसे यूज की है. यदि कोई किताब प्राइमरी सेक्शन के लिए फर्स्ट और सेकंड स्टैंडर्ड के में है और आप उसका क्वालिटी यूज करेंगे, तो उसमें आप ये देखेंगे कि क्योंकि बच्चों को पिक्चर्स बड़ी अच्छी लगती हैं, तो उसमें विजुअलाइजेशन कितना अच्छा किया है, उसमें कंटेंट कितना कम है पर सेल्फ एक्सप्लेनेटरी है, क्योंकि वो कैसे उसको, क्योंकि बच्चों को लैंग्वेज उनकी प्रोफिशिएंसी उतनी ज़्यादा नहीं होती, तो इसलिए तो उसमें कंटेंट ऐसा होता है कि इवन थ्रू विजुअल्स और पिक्चर्स they are able to learn. And ये बता दो, क्वालिटी ऑफ इफेक्टिवनेस इज असेस्ड बाय by some key factors, and these key factors or dimensions are: one is content, another is structure, expectations and language. इसी के context में मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ gender perspective, like we are, our expectation as a teacher educator or you as a teacher is all books should be gender sensitive, or yeah, then how we are going to analyze that aspects. And Holiday 1973, Morgan 2004, and the TIMSS study by Valverde et al. 2002 and Rivers, they have given, um, they have worked and published papers on this the textbook analysis. Yeah, and even they have considered gender perspectives also. And it is the gender perspective is nothing, it is not only seeing only women, it is saying all this thing in equality. It is not giving undue favor, or it is not the maximum uh, maximum or the maximum representation of one gender on the cost of other. This is like gender perspectives refers to representation of gender, and that must be balanced. And one more thing here is another focus is to analyze gender representation in a textbook. See, एक तो ये है gender perspective you can do in all published material, whether that material is published in the printed form or in the e-books form, visual form, audio form, that you can do. But the focus of the present session is on textbook that has been prescribed for the schools, that you have been using and prescribing to your students in the teaching subjects that you are teaching in the schools. And it is to analyze gender representation in a textbooks, as gender is the most pervasive form of inequality, as it operates across all classes, castes and communities. Yet, while gender equality has been a key objective of एजुकेशन पॉलिसी इन इंडिया फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम, आपने देखा भी होगा कि यदि आप हमारी एजुकेशन कमीशन की रिपोर्ट्स पढ़ें या हमारे जो नेशनल जैसे जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स है, नेशनल एनपीई और 86 मतलब है और 68 है, और कमीशंस पढ़ें, इन all almost all the documents gender equality has been emphasized repeatedly, but still it has lacked critical edge in implementation. It is not the nation is for gender equality, but somewhere in the implementation phase or somewhere when we are implementing, it is not done, it is not transacted in the way that we have expected. It is not as per our expectations. And similarly that see, nowadays national policy of education 2020 has been like all of you must be knowing, and you must have read also, if not fully the part of it. The major focus of the present policy is on its implementation. Yeah, why? Because what we have in our mind, what we have in our documents, what we have ideas or the everything and dream or something, if we are not able to transact it to the way or to the extent or to the perspective that we wanted to deliver, then our dreams or our expectations get affected. And the same is we are seeing, even though all our policy documents, all our commissions related to education, they have emphasized gender equality or they have for gender perspective in education, but still due to not appropriate, or maybe somewhere we are missing in implementation, that we are not able to get that task fully. See, it is not that we have not done, we are on the way to progress, but there is a need of still much more significant progress in achieving that targets. That's why the textbook analysis from a gender perspective is based on a coherent and comprehensive strategies that allows for relevant research findings. यदि आप देखेंगे कि काफी रिसर्चेस इंडिया में भी और फॉरेन में भी टेक्स्ट बुक एनालिसिस पे हुई है, और काफी टेक्स्ट बुक एनालिसिस में इवन जेंडर पर्सपेक्टिव हैज बीन टेकन एज अ मेजर एस्पेक्ट, और it has taken as one of the aspect they have studied in evaluating the textbook. The guidelines suggest a variety of research methods. Yeah, see, even the use of research methods for text analysis varies. It is not वन, लाइक कहते हैं ना, सभी एक ही डंडे से आप सबको नहीं हाँक सकते हैं. लाइक यू कैन नॉट हैव वन बैंड दिस फ्रॉम विच यू कैन डू एवरीथिंग, और कोई पारस पत्थर नहीं है जिसको छूने से सब चीजें ठीक हो जाएंगी. लाइक एवरीथिंग, एज वी नो in learners, there are individual differences. Or psychology, we know everybody is different. Like everybody has individual difference. That's why the research methods used in researches done in textbook analysis area, they are varied and they are used as per the objective of the study and the the research questions they have formulated for that study. And textbook analysis is not confined to the student's perception. It also includes teachers' perceptions and even the opinions of all stakeholders. It, even the users and policy makers. And this has been taken from guidelines for textbook review and analysis from a gender perspective. This is a document published by International Institute of Educational Planning, UNESCO, Paris. And now I am going for like why textbook analysis is important to study gender perspective. See, okay, why textbook analysis is important? It is very important because this helps us to judge the effectiveness or the value of the textbook. Because that even we all know some of the textbook, as students or as teachers, we like some of the textbook very much, but we don't, we avoid some of the textbook even though those textbooks are prescribed for the subject that we are going to teach. That's why like there are some points I have included here why textbook analysis is important, and why focusing on this aspect, gender's perspective, is important. See, for a great majority of school going students and also for teachers, school textbooks are the only accessible and affordable resources for education. देखिए आपके में क्या मतलब ये है, क्योंकि ज़्यादातर बच्चों के लिए जो स्कूल्स किताबें प्रिस्क्राइब करता है, टेक्स्ट बुक प्रिस्क्राइब करता है, स्टूडेंट्स के पास वही रिसोर्स है, वही वो खरीदने का भी और वही अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं, वही रिसोर्सेज पढ़ाई में. तो इसलिए टेक्स्ट बुक्स आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड even it is important what all we have given in the textbook, that is also important. And one, this another point is textbook is the main vehicle through which teacher conveys its meaning and interpretation. देखिए टीचर्स के लिए भी टेक्स्ट बुक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट माध्यम है, क्योंकि टीचर इसी के बेस पे ही कोई कंसेप्ट का मीनिंग देती है और कोई जो प्रोसेस है उसको इंटरप्रेट करती है. कब करती है? while explaining his or her own ideas on the mind of students who are yet in the formative stage. कहते हैं कि आपने सुना ही होगा कि बच्चों का मतलब बच्चों को मोल्ड करना. ओके, दैट वी आर नॉट नाउ डिपेंडिंग ऑन दैट सेइंग कि बच्चे जो है वो क्या कहते, वो खाली मतलब एकदम खाली स्लेट की तरह है. और उस पर टीचर जो लिखती है वो हो जाता है, या वो खाली जग की तरह है, उसमें वो एजुकेशन उडेल दो जो टीचर बोलती है वो हो जाता है। और actually, but even though students are individuals, they have their ideas, they have their prior knowledge, but they are not having that much knowledge, experience, their feelings, their application in that particular subjects. That's why they are learning and forming. That's why they are in the formative stage, especially in the school stage. And textbook is one of the earliest and most important influences on the young growing minds. देखिए आपने देखा होगा स्पेशली इन द प्राइमरी स्टेज, जो जो टीचर बोलती है बच्चे उसको एज मतलब उसको एक ब्रह्म वाक्य की तरह लेते हैं। और इवन दो घर में यदि जो उनके जो पेरेंट्स हैं या और बड़े लोग हैं, यदि वो कुछ उन्हें समझाने की कोशिश भी करते हैं कि ये चीज पूरा ठीक नहीं है, इसका ये होता है, दे आर नॉट लिसनिंग टू देम, दे आर नॉट बिलीविंग ऑन देम। एंड दैट इज वाई लाइक दे हैव द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ द टीचर्स एज वेल एज वो जो किताब में जो पढ़ते हैं उनको लगता है वो सही है और वो उसी से इन्फ्लुएंस भी होते हैं। एंड यदि एक किताब में या पुस्तक में जेंडर रोल स्टूडेंट्स को जैसे दिखाई जाते हैं वो उसी को वैसे ही एक्वायर करते हैं। एंड सिमिलरली टेक्स्ट बुक्स एंड अदर लर्निंग मटेरियल्स, the importance of textbooks and other learning materials, it has been highlighted. They have a key role in shaping the values, attitudes, and social skills essential to achieve gender equality. And this has been highlighted in the Millennium Development Goals and also in Education for All documents. See, yet despite efforts to correct disparities in the visibility, status, and perceived potential of boys and girls, men and women portrayed in textbooks, such imbalances are common in the materials used in educational systems, not in only in our country, but it is a all over the world phenomenon. Yeah. And one more point is textbooks are an important repository of knowledge for our school going adolescents or students. See, even when we are interested in learning some new area, the first and the foremost resource that we see is the textbook in that area, because textbooks are written in a way, supposed to be written in a way, they are in simple language, they are interactive, they are conveying the right correct meaning, and they are for the age group of the students whom they are targeted. And one more thing, gender. What is gender? Gender is a matter of culture. It is a social construct. Gender is a matter of culture. It refers to the social classification of men and women into masculine and feminine. It is given by Anne Oakley. एंड वन मोर थिंग कि जैसे आदमियों को क्या काम करना है, औरत को क्या काम करना है, जैसे मैस्कुलिन रोल्स है वो आदमियों के लिए है, बॉयज के लिए है, मेंस के लिए है, वो कुछ रोल्स एस्क्राइब किए हुए कि गर्ल्स के लिए है या विमेन के लिए है. This is not something they have inherited genetically. This is present in very much in our society or in our culture or in our social world. See, now some of the things about gender inequality or gender perspective has been highlighted in the National Curriculum Framework developed by the NCERT, National Council for Education Research and Training. And this document was published in 2005. And here the highlights has been quoted, and I'm going to read them. We must use textbooks as one of the primary instruments for equality. See, because this is the affordable resource, this is the accessible resource to each and every learner or every students who are coming to the school. और आजकल अंडर समग्र शिक्षा अभियान और सर्व शिक्षा अभियान और प्रीवियसली डीपीईपी the students were up to primary 8th class elementary stage. Students were given textbooks, free textbooks by the government, so that they can have access to the textbook. That's why we must use textbooks as one of the primary instruments for equality, since for a great majority of school going children, as also for teachers, it is the only accessible and affordable resource for education. And one more point has been highlighted here is, it is quite clear from the analysis of the textbooks that despite an explicit policy of gender sensitization of school curriculum, the situation on the ground did not improve a great deal. जैसे पहले बताया गया है कि जो हर मेजर हमारे डॉक्यूमेंट में जेंडर सेंसिटाइजेशन और जेंडर इंक्लूजन इसको हर बार हाईलाइट किया है, बट still we are far behind in realizing this goal. Traditional meaning of the masculine and feminine continued to persist along with the oppositional dichotomous categories of active passive, emotional rational, nature culture, and dependent and autonomous. This I feel you must have observed, if not fully, but you must have observed when you were as a student or as a now as a teacher. And gender sensitive material in the textbook must be prepared based on a feminist knowledge base. Like some of the questions that confront us as educators or as teachers, because we prescribe those books. If you may say that I was not in that committee who has prescribed these books, but as teacher, it is not you, it is the collective group. Like some of your colleagues, some of the teachers may not be working in your school, may not be working in your district, may not be working in your state, but some teachers were part of the group, they have prescribed that textbook. That's why some of the major questions that confront us are, do textbook reflect social realities? See, after going through the course, BES, this the present course on BES 1 to 9, Gender, School and Society. After going through that book, you must be grappling with these questions, or these questions may be coming repeatedly to your mind. One is, do textbook reflect social realities? क्या हम दिखाते हैं कि जो realities हो रही है, when we read those news in the newspaper, whether they are not mentioned, like the at present, like in the present context, the water crisis, like okay, it is not the social realities, but it is affecting the social this aspects also, because water is not only our physiological need, it also has a social value. That's why, like this question, do textbooks reflect social realities? How do they address issues and concerns of different sections of society? Because the authors of the books, the production team members of the book, they might not be representing the entire or all the different segments of the society. And if this is the case, then if a member of some segments of the society are missing in the process of writing of the material or printing of the material, especially the writing of the material, then how can we expect this social realities will be uh, considered fully in the textbook? And another is, how are gender relations portrayed in the content, visuals and exercises? देखिए, ये आपने देखा ही होगा कि कंटेंट में हम जैसे हम कोई एग्जांपल देते हैं, यदि उसमें कोई क्रिकेट का मैच का देना है या फुटबॉल मैच का देना है, वी राइट द नेम ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स एज राम, श्याम, जॉन, ऐसे. एंड व्हेन वी आर राइटिंग सम प्ले दैट आर स्किपिंग, वी राइट द नेम ऑफ द गर्ल्स. that visuals also we play, men is doing some um, active work or the economically productive work. In the visuals we show ki going out doing business, driving a car, but at the same time we are having visuals where ladies are shown in the traditional dress and busy with the unproductive works or the household work. And even many times even the girls, they have to forego their, in some places they have to forego their school education, as they have to take care of their siblings, um, because the mother is busy with other household works, or she is working in unorganized sectors, and they are not in a position to afford extra help, because it needs extra money also. And one more question is how human values woven in textbooks. Hmm. Another, do textbooks depict sensitivity towards the habitat? देखिए हमारे में जैसे कहते हैं ना ट्राइबल्स, दे आर इन द आइसोलेटेड हैबिटेट, एंड इवन इंडिया इज सच अ बिग कंट्री, इट्स अ मल्टीकल्चरल country, and different habitats and different their cultures, their norms, their values. Whether textbook depicts or highlight those sensitivity towards the habitats that all students may not be aware, all teachers may not be aware of, whether they have that provision or not, that is also major. Do they inculcate reading habits among students? Actually, textbooks are supposed to even work for enhancing reading habits, enhancing self-study habits among students, and even that's why this is also one of the main questions that is very important, because if students are made to work for this thing, made to read, and it is the duty of the teacher to inculcate reading habits among our students. And this picture, if you will show, this is a common picture we have taken one from one of our textbook material. Like this is a course for parents and primary school children, or anyone who is dealing with children. That's why here soon the boys, I'm not saying this is in each and every family this is the scene, but the boys, like, he has time to watch TV, but at the same time the girls, they are busy with the cooking, they are cleaning clothes, and they are even taking care of their siblings. It is not in, this is not a generalized statement, but this is only to sensitize you. There are different families, and where children, they have to school going children, they have to forego their education, because they have to devote time for household activities, and reason may be varied, may be many. And another one is like the another common thing, this also has been taken from the same this thing, and there was a chapter on play, importance of play, and this is like the unconscious bias that we see when the small this thing, and the boys, for young boys, what we bring the toy guns, and for girls, लड़कियों के लिए हम गुड़िया लेके आते हैं. एक्चुअली ये भी एक सेक्स स्टीरियोटाइप्स प्ले में डिफर करता है. हम लड़कियों को बोलते हैं गिट्टे खेलो, बॉल, मतलब ऐसे खेल खेलो जो घर के आसपास खेले जा सकते हैं. और लड़के जो है, दे आर मेनली, मतलब वी एनकरेज देम टू इन्वॉल्व इन outdoor games, and even like the where there is a like active participation, there is a more physical activity, there is a aggressiveness, there is a competition. but लड़कियों को हम हर जगह, मतलब see, at present you may be seeing what I am saying is not right in the context of your families or the families they are in the city. But we are not only focusing on selected groups, we are focusing on the entire worldwide population or the national population. And for this, see, there are certain there are certain activities for learners, and there are hmm, actually after this. This is like you select any textbook from the school subjects that you are teaching at the secondary, but here the focus is you have to select the book from the secondary or higher secondary classes and analyze it from the perspective. And the main thing you have to see is there are visuals, whether how many visuals they have shown, men versus women, name. एक्चुअली हमारे वहाँ नाम से भी आप बता सकते हैं, क्योंकि मेजोरिटी ऑफ द केस कि वेदर द नेम लाइक रमा, यू कैन टेल, इफ यू आर सेइंग राम यू कैन टेल द जेंडर. ड्रेसेस, गर्ल्स को फ्रॉक में, लड़कियों को साड़ी में और ड्रेसेस में, और लड़कों मतलब ऐसा, इवन द ड्रेसेस इवन दे आर जेंडर स्पेसिफिक, लाइक इट इज, या देयर इज अ चेंज एंड द रोल असाइड. लड़कियों को बोला जाता है टीचर बन जाओ बिकॉज दे आर मैनेजेबल एंड मैरिजेबल प्रोफेशंस, एंड इवन देयर आर, बंद कर दो. हाँ, हम नहीं नहीं मैं कर दूंगी, टाइम है तो. ओके, प्रोफेशन विस जेंडर. कि आप, यदि आप बच्चे से पूछेंगे कि वो ड्राइवर, तो हम ट्रक ड्राइवर में तो हम कभी किसी फीमेल को सोच भी नहीं सकते. This is a, like, it is not driving, because when females are also driving their cars, they are driving scooters, they are driving motorcycle, even they can drive anything. This is a, like, skill. Driving is a skill. uh, and color or complexion, language used, games and their participation, and even depiction of national and international personalities in बुक्स इन वेरियस फील्ड्स. लाइक यदि आपसे कोई पूछता है कि मैथमेटिशियन, नोन मैथमेटिशियन और नोन साइंटिस्ट, नोन नोबल लॉरिएट एंड और डिफरेंट फील्ड्स में, तो the common thing, or national leaders or international leaders, this also like shows there is a, and yeah, besides that, one thing I wanted to tell you. See, if you will go through like NCERT books, then you will see there are even there is a tool also, evaluation tool for textbook analysis from a gender perspective, and in that you can see what are all the aspects that have been covered. Yeah, besides the background identification data, there is a like content and visual analysis that brings content, visuals, comments, suggestions, and there are total number of characters in content and visuals. क्या वो characters जो डिपिक्ट किए गए हैं, क्या वो जेंडर इम्बैलेंस शो करते हैं या नहीं, या जो एक्सरसाइज, प्रोजेक्ट्स, एक्टिविटीज दी गई हैं, whether they are related, whether these exercises explore issues related to gender, class and caste, और क्या वो जो एक्टिविटीज हैं वो क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग को प्रमोट करती हैं, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल्स को प्रमोट करती है. और फिर ओवरऑल इवेल्युएशन ऑफ द टेक्स्ट बुक जो है, उस पर हम ये वाले फोकस है कि ये वाले अब देखते हैं परसेप्शन ऑफ द बुक. हम जो स्टेक होल्डर्स है उनसे जेंडर वाइज, जेंडर स्टीरियोटाइपिंग, जेंडर इंक्लूसिवनेस, जेंडर न्यूट्रल, पावर स्ट्रक्चर, किसको पावर है. देखिए आपने देखा होगा स्कूल्स में, काफी स्कूल्स में टीचर्स सारी फीमेल भी होंगी तो प्रिंसिपल मेल होगा. सी, it is not कि it is wrong, but this shows that there is a need of looking at gender inclusion gender perspective, like in a one way like gender perspective. And there is a like, and especially in soft subjects we include like teachers, we have all female teachers, but when we are going to the scientists we show all men scientists, and rarely some women scientists, like the uh, Madam Curie, and there are so many, but we remember very few, even the names of the kings. And now I am discussing about some of the studies that have been done um, in all places, India and abroad. It is the gender stereotype analysis of the textbook by young learners. This is done by Anja Sovic and Vyasta Hill, and in the Slovenia. And even they have told, like the findings were, textbooks generally include a lot of gender stereotypes. Male characters are much more presented than females in all textbooks. And what is more, in all textbooks, males present more active and female present quiet, socially approved roles. And another study is done in the of University of South Africa in 2013, and it has been published in International Review of Contemporary Learning, and this is a framework for textbook analysis. It is written, the textbooks are widely accepted as a common feature of classroom worldwide and are important vehicles for the promotion of curricula. But when we analyze the thing, we have seen that the presentation of gender is not showing equality. There is a mismatch. And in Indian context also, there is when this thing, I was evaluating one of the PhD thesis. Yeah, it was not on textbook analysis from gender perspective. It was one of the objectives was analysis of elementary primary EVS textbooks of classes 3rd, 4th and 5th from Delhi, and gender perspective was one of the aspects of this point. And they have considered that in some of the books gender representation is there, but the major findings was the textbooks lack the inclusion of different religions. There is a need for equal representation to promote the value of secularism, and these books do not represent the third gender. and and visuals, about visuals, they show women are shown in saris, suit, salwar and frock only. They need improvement. The skin color, most of the women being portrayed in visuals is black with not a fair representation. And there are some other studies done India and abroad. One of the study done by Keen and Liu in 2017. They have investigated 10 primary school textbooks and practical books, and reported that female pictures were higher than male pictures. Visuals of indigenous peoples dressing, like indigenous people means their dressings, their geographical environment, climatic conditions, etc., more than the foreign visuals. This is a good point if this has been taken care of. And there is another study by Ate and Danju 2012. They examined the first and fifth grade textbooks in Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus schools, and they have reported they carry stereotyped images, and uh, school students, they show stereotypical demonstrations of gender or personal traits are different with respect to their gender. They found that the proportion of male roles demonstrated for the categories of the present trait is greater than the proportion of female demonstrated. With author perceived the presence of masculine traits were observed for males only, Like some of the traits they have mentioned is they are brave, dependent, independent, clever, leader, creative, supportive, rich, hardworking, and lazy. In contrast, female traits are observed for females only, such as beautiful, sweet, emotional, happy, sad, surprise friendly. But some of the traits they were shown for both were active, passive, aggressive, and sensitive. Yeah, this is only just to highlight you, like these things are not common. And in Indian, I have come across one of the thesis that is done by Shavnam in 2014 and from the University of Rajasthan in Jaipur. And here it was the theme was textbook analysis from gender perspective. And they yeah, she has studied the books prescribed for um, Hindi, English, and social study at the secondary level class. Yeah, I think now we can say elementary level class 7th or 8th students and from the schools of Himachal. Um, and she has found in Hindi and English books the writers, the chapter writers or the content writers were a majority of them were males in comparison to female. Even the total production team was representing more males than female, and overall, it was a quite a big gap percentage wise as well as like the number wise. The males were outnumbered a lot in comparison to female. But in the case of social study textbook, she has found that the women writers were more in one class. In the classes, I think is 6 to 8 she has taken. Yeah, that's why now that and male were less.
5 minutes.
Okay, they were less, but the trend shown in the social study is much more encouraging, and it is the point like this gender perspective is not to criticize, is not to give some special representation to other gender. It is showing, it is to bring back gender equality, and it is to not socially demarcate some of the jobs for one gender, some of the jobs for another gender, but it is giving the due to the person who is expecting or who is fit for that job. And that's why the social, we are not focusing or changing the all the social parameters or of the society, but it is like providing the justice to all ह्यूमन बींग. इवन व्हेन वी पोर्ट्रे कि जैसे लड़कों से बोलते हैं तुम्हें रोना नहीं है, तुम्हें तुम्हें हमेशा masculine होना है, you should be strong. I think yeah, this is good because this is also needed, but it has to be, it is not only for one this thing one part of the population they should be strong. It is for all. and and that's why like now I'm as a like ending, I'm quoting one of the Mahatma Gandhi's quote he gave in Young India in 1929. Yeah, he said, I am uncompromising in the matter of women's right. In my opinion, she should labor under no legal disabilities not suffered by men. I should treat the daughters and sons on a footing of perfect equality. That's why here the focus of this session is not to blame one gender for the cause for the plight of other gender. It is to bring back the working for bringing back the equality, gender equality in the society. And textbooks, because this session, because this is for the teachers, and teachers are working in the schools, and they are, the textbooks are the main source of resource for the students as well as the teachers. That's why the role of teachers is very, very important in doing this task appropriately and proactively is much more highlighted, much more emphasized, much more highlighted in the present context. And now I'm thinking after this session and the another session, because other is also my colleague and the present director of the school. Yeah, I think you have to do this activity because you have to select the textbook from maybe a one textbook, or if you are teaching one subject you can take at least one textbook, or you can take even more than textbook, and try to analyze it from totally and more so specifically with the gender perspective, so that what is given in the textbook, because you are having the course material of BES 0129 school, society and gender, and even the session that has been, you will be able to relate this presentation, the material presented in the course and the other session for doing this activity, and when you are analyzing you can relate. And all of you are not from homogeneous type of societies. There is a heterogeneity, whether it is a geographical heterogeneity, whether it is social heterogeneity. And I'm hopeful that you have must have enjoyed the presentation, and now I am closing the session. Thank you.